Hey guys, and welcome back to House of Raus. I already talked about my favorite vampire film, F.W. Murnau's Nosferatu, so today we're going to talk about some other great vampire films. That movie absolutely sucked. Listen to them, my children of the night, what music they make. Before we get to my picks, I do want to give a shout out to a handful of honorable mentions, so that'll be From Dusk Till Dawn, 30 Days of Night, The Reflecting Skin, and The Lost Boys. Check them out. First up, we're going to talk about Horror of Dracula from the Hammer series. Christopher Lee donned the cape for this one, and it was the first in a long series of Dracula films from the Hammer studio. It was also the first Dracula film in color, so you had that bright red color blood. It also diverts from Bram Stoker's novel quite a bit. Jonathan is not a real estate agent going there to sell a property. He actually goes under the guise of being a librarian for Count Dracula, but is planning to kill him. Van Helsing shows up a lot earlier, played by Peter Cushing. It's a lot of fun and super colorful. Next up, we're going to talk about Vincent Price's The Last Man on Earth, based on the book I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. This movie's about a virus that turns the entire Earth's population into vampires, and a sole survivor, played by Vincent Price, has to take them on and try to survive. One of the things I really love about this movie is that it's a very eerie movie. There's a lot of suspense in it. Obviously, the vampires only come out at night, so in the nighttime scenes when Vincent Price retreats to his shelter, you can hear them scratching and knocking at the door and asking to be let in. It's very well done. It's very suspenseful. Next up, we're going to talk about 1985's Fright Night, directed by Tom Holland, about a teenager who thinks that the neighbor who moved in next door is a vampire. This is another one of those movies that just reeks of the 80s. It's a lot of fun. The music is great. It almost feels like Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, but with a vampire. Check it out. Next up, we're going to talk about Todd Browning's Dracula from 1931. This was never one of my favorites in the Universal Library, but I have to mention it because of what it did for the genre. It brought an elegance to horror that had really not been seen before. Now, of course, I can't mention Dracula in 1931 without also referencing the Carlos Villarias version from 1931. It was a Spanish language version that was shot on the same set at the same time and came out the exact same year. And last up, we're going to talk about the 2008 Swedish film Let the Right One In and its English language remake. Let the Right One In is about a 12-year-old boy named Oscar who's bullied at school. He comes from a broken home. He's got no friends, but all that changes when a 12-year-old girl named Ely moves in next door and befriends him. And the more time that the two spend together, the more Oscar begins to think that his new best friend might be a vampire. The thing I really love about this movie is that at its core, it is a sweet, heartfelt coming-of-age story about friendship and sacrifice. Check it out. Well, that's it for today, you guys. Check back in tomorrow where I'll be talking about some of my favorite exorcism films.